The classical image of a composer is a studio with a piano, books probably, scores, writing table, pens, pencils, but that, as if that's the place where a composer actually carries out the first part of an act of creation. It may be true of most composers, but it certainly isn't true of me. Where I am right now is what I would call the kind of seeding ground of the potential to have creative ideas, sonic creative ideas, because the things I'm passing through, the things I'm looking at, this tree, for example, contains a lot of things which are of themselves very inspiring. First of all, there's just the vertical, the fact that it's just a great rod. If you thought about the bottom of this being the beginning of a piece of music and going up through the music as it goes through time, every time my hand strikes something like a new branch, a new filament of leaves and whatever moving up, I have this strong sense of events. Boom, 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 boom. And this, the big carrier, like a great giant pedal note. When I look at it from this side, I can see all these amazing textures of lichens which are growing on the side where the sun rises over there. But everything, as I look back down here, look at the trees behind me, those trees all represent something strong, something not so strong, something foreground. There's a rhythm to the way they go. Boing, bom, 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 bom. And then if you think about, how high is this one going to go, then I can think about the highest pitches and the lowest pitches. And then there's the whole idea of textures. When I look at this in detail, look at that in detail, I see each leaf, if you like, as having the same kind of significance as a single musical note. If it's three musical notes, and they all have a relationship to each other, they're tied together at this point. This is the act of creation. This is my kind of creation where I travel, I move past things which themselves have grown and moved and made shapes. And it's because of those that I take the memory of what I've just experienced back to my studio and the conventional place where composers work with the piano, with the table, with the white paper, with the manuscript paper. But this is my manuscript paper. This is the sounding board from which all of my musical ideas arise. So I would say the act of creation doesn't begin, not for me, in a music studio. It begins in a wild place. A very great guy called Alexander von Humboldt discovered at the end of the 1700s the deep connection between all this, nature, and the creative force, that nature was the ultimate inspiration for creative thinking. I never knew that when I was a kid. I probably didn't even know it properly until maybe 20, 30 years ago, but I know it now. I mean, this, you could think, well, wait a minute, this is all silent. No, it's not. I can hear a wood pigeon over there, I can hear a blackbird calling over here, and as if that weren't enough, I can hear the mechanical sounds of a motorway over there to the right. Everything is resonating with forms vertical, forms horizontal, forms detailed, forms massive, distant, close, grounded, aerial. All those things constitute some part of the powerful energy, the wave of thinking, the wave of sensing, which is in itself the exact epitome of the act of creation.